Hello there, good morning. So this is a slightly unusual review. I was thinking of doing it in with the Children's Week, but it's not a children's book per se. And it's not, it's a book of poems, I should say, shouldn't I? So it's slightly unusual for me. I do love poetry, but for reasons I can't explain, I find I don't read as much of it as I used to. Probably because I guess I read a lot more novels and I don't commute anymore. And poetry used to be brilliant for that, just sort of 5 minutes waiting for the tube. So this is a really lovely book. It's by Patricia Furstenberg. I hope I've said that right. And it's called As Good as Gold. And it's a selection of lovely poems about dogs. All sorts of different breeds are covered. It's got pictures of the dogs in, which is always quite fun. And it's a lovely mixture. It's a mixture of slightly longer poems about dogs, things, what dogs must make of things they come across. So our hedgehog is the favourite one, you know, what on earth would a dog make of a hedgehog? So they're kind of from the dog's perspective, which is quite nice. And then at the back there's some haikus. And I've never really understood haikus. I know technically what they are, but I don't really get them. But what was very interesting is that I thought because they were lovely and short, I would introduce them to the kids and get them to write a haiku. And we had a lovely afternoon. They really got it in a way that I don't. So it was super. And they loved the pictures of the dogs. They found the ones about the puppies particularly endearing because we have a puppy in our extended family and they really enjoyed that. And then they felt like writing some poems about the puppy that they've been spending some time with. So I was a bit... I don't know what the word is. I sort of thought, oh yeah, a book of poetry about dogs, you know, well, I'll manage to bang out a quick review about that. But actually, it was rather lovely, and as a book that came into our family, it had quite a big impact, so unexpectedly so. And I always think that's a joy in a book when you get much more out of it than you had ever thought you would. So it's lovely. I would highly recommend it. It's fun. It's full of short poems if you spend time travelling, or if you just want a little something with you that you can dip in and out of. You know, you don't want a story, you don't want to have to remember characters and things, you just want to be entertained for a few brief moments. If you want to read something before bed, I have loads of people I work with from a sleep perspective, and I think you have to be very cautious what you read before you sleep if you have sleep issues. And poetry can be a really great way to read in bed or before bed, but to manage to limit yourself to in terms of time and often in terms of content. Obviously you can get poetry that's very dark, but you can very easily get poetry that's not. And I think that this is one of those books that would be a perfect sort of quiet, entertaining read before trying to sleep. And you would sleep of, you know, you would dream of lovely puppies rather than anything yucky. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's called As Good as Gold. It's all about dogs. If you know someone who loves dogs, or if you love dogs, or even if you don't, I think you will enjoy it.